River. This is River. Standard Poodle River. He's a good boy. I was getting him and Simon mixed up. Maybe that explains it. Maybe that explains it. She was just talking to me about Simon, your litter mate, and I think that's why I think you are a little bit different when you're innocent. Say, maybe that's why I couldn't get you guys down, because I had you as one dog. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just turned my headphones off. Uh-oh! What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? You trying to spin? You want to face the door instead? I can move you. That way you can spin and face the door instead? Is that better? Big boy. You big boy. You big boy. You big boy. You big boy. Yes, you big boy. Yes, you big boy. You big boy. Oh, I think I need to call Hope. Yeah, hang on, look, come on. Mamacita. Parabola. The Hey, sorry that I missed your for my phone call. I'm here, call me. She been trying to call me and I was right there for her. And my headphones are dying. So I was gonna get to talk to you instead of listening to my podcast until my headphones are charged. Ready to get started? Are you ready to get started? Little silly Billy. Let's get you done. Go fast, fast. you, Coco. What you talking about? She's gone. You're stuck with me for a little while. She's stuck with me for a little while. Okay. What? What are you talking about? Are you a talker? You want a friend? I'm very happy to Reach around for that. Holy. You want some more snacks? Are you smelling snacks? Are you smelling for snacks? Want some more snacks? Numma, numma, numma. Numma, numma, numma. Cakey? No, none of that's good. I can't throw it back in here now. Okay. Put it on the back.
Boy.
Don't be Yankee. Don't be Yankee. You're a little too big for that nonsense. Don't be Yankee with the paw. River, river, river. No, you're too big for this. I have your paw. I have your paw. Period. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Good puppy. We're gonna work it. Good boy. Good boy. You're big, but you're still a puppy. You're big, but you're still a puppy. Ouch. Hey, 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 don't yank your hand. I've got your paw. I'm not letting go of it. Good boy. Such a good boy. Good boy. Such a good boy. Good boy. Such a good boy. Why are you so jumpy? Why are you so jumpy? Why are you so jumpy? Dinky dinky. Mm-hmm. Ooh. your mommy wanted you short, because we wouldn't have had an option anyway.
Was fond of fish. Therefore, people who left the country conscientiously bought fish, because they presented to
I may have to do something on your neck. Can't get this spot underneath this matted part. Let's see after the blowout. I might loosen it enough. I'm happy that you're swimming, though. I'm happy that you're swimming. Ooh, you are matted on your neck. You might have to do a shorter top knot. Good boy. Oh, what a good boy. Big yawn. Good boy. Yeah, what a good boy. Mm-hmm.
Transgression of the law. When Louis XIV died in 1715, after a glorious 55-year reign, all eyes focused on his great-grandson and chosen successor, the future Louis XV. When there were only 5 at the time, Providential Poodles was the son king. Louis XIV had transformed a country on the verge of civil war into the preeminent power in Europe. The last years of his reign had been difficult, he had been old, tired. But it was hoped that the child would develop into the kind of strong leader that would reinvigorate the land and reform the foundation of the 14th land. Truly say that the child was given the best minds of friends as his tutors. Men who would instruct him in the arts of statecraft and the methods of the Sun King. Nothing was neglected but his education. But when Louis XV came to the throne in 1726, a sudden change came over him. He no longer had to study or please others or rule himself. He stood alone in his
Uh-oh.
country, with little thought
Let me get the rest of your face.
he could do as he wished.
See?
In the first years of his reign, he became himself a pleasure, leading the government lands and trusted minister. All of that years he lived free. He was a young man. It slowly became clear to his
Go to hold my face when you're going because I'm scared because I'm a big baby.
his main worry was not France's finances, but Spain.
Good boy. Right
He
here.
couldn't stand being
Right here.
when he was not hunting deer or chasing animals. He wound
No,
his time
gotta do the other side.
as a useless
Make me hold you that way for the other side. Just bring it back there.
tastes. Gambling and lavish parties became the obsession.
I'm over to the other side.
The future of France. They poured their energies into charming the king, angling for titles that were in life mansions, and for cabinet positions demanded little more than being you.
Because I'm right by your eyeball.
Parasites
Don't
flocked.
jump around because I'm right
The
by
state's
your
debts
eyeball.
swelled.
Don't jump around because I'm right by your
1745,
eyeball.
they fell in love.
You know my God, you're a big
The
baby.
place origin.
Yes,
Surprised
child.
their charms, their
But
intelligence,
I'm
and
such a big baby.
the Madame Pompadour
Yes,
became the official
child.
royal mistress. She also became France's arbiter of taste and fashion. But Louis XV had political ambitions as well.
It's such a good
She eventually
baby.
emerges as the country's unofficial prime
Yes,
minister,
darling.
a machine of
It's
moving,
such a
and
good
firing
baby.
and firing power for France's
Oh,
legitimate
it's such a
purposes.
good baby.
As he
It's
grew,
such a
Louis
good
underwent
baby.
political conversion. For the gods of Versailles, he once was without
Ow,
resistance.
ow! Just because they laugh does not mean you turn your head. Silly boy.
Passages in the staircases equally accessible.
That's not your mommy out there.
After Madame de Pompadour
That's the
died in
worst.
1664, she was
Yes.
succeeded as royal mistress by
Such a
Madame
good
Marguerite,
baby.
who soon came to dominate the hall,
Mm-hmm.
fled to Brooklyn long before
Mm-hmm.
began to meddle in affairs of state.
Mm-hmm.
Prime Minister without easy when he found himself fired.
Okay.
Was aghast, the daughter of a thinker, and his raised the firing of Etienne de Choisy, a foreign minister whom Francis was elite.
Ooh, you have tight
He had
space.
shown her too little respect.
You have your grandpa through Rory's face.
Charlatans made their nests at Versailles.
Yes, you
And
do.
enticed Louis' interest in astrology, the occult.
Which is actually slightly imperfect in the Poodle world. It's very masculine face.
France years before,
You want the sexes to look the same,
the monarch began
but
to
honestly they
his
don't.
books.
The boys are a little bit more brute like him, and the girls are a little bit more refined.
Let France rise
It's
from
okay.
and indeed when Louis did
You
well
can
in
tell he's a boy.
1764,
Yes, you can. You got a very masculine face. You definitely have
his
your
grandson
grandpa's
in the
attitude.
16th and era of Roman
You're just a
despotism.
big old grumpy baby. You think you're all that. Yes, you do. And you're not. You're a little big baby.
The country descended into revolution.
Yes, you
1792,
love it.
the Republic introduced by the
Yes,
French
you are.
Revolution.
You like to be seen for the big old stinky baby that you are.
Last,
You love all the babies.
equal the guillotine. His
You like
publicly severed head
even though you're full of testosterone.
the Sun King had invested in the throne.
Okay, let's see.
Interpretation.
Good boy.
A country that descended into civil war in its 1640s, Louis XIV forged the mightiest road in Europe. Great generals would tremble in his presence. A cook once made a mistake in preparing a dish and committed suicide rather than face the king's wrath. Louis XIV had many mistresses. Their power ended with dinner. He filled his heart with the most brilliant minds of the age. The symbol of his power was Versailles. Refusing to accept the promise of his forefathers to love, he built his own palace, and it was in the middle of nowhere, symbolizing that this was a new war he had
this puppy crawl on you business because you are like
Alexander
100 pounds or something. You're like 60 or 70 pounds, baby.
my father will go unconquered.
Hey,
There's nothing
hey,
extraordinary for me to do. He wants to plan.
hey.
While other sons of powerful men were content to inherit wealth and live a life of leisure, Alexander wanted only to outdo his father, to honor in Philip's name for history by surpassing his accomplishments. Alexander itched to show others how superior he was to his father. A Thessalian horse dealer once brought a prize horse named Bucephalus to sell to Philip. Not with the king's grooms who didn't near the horse, he was far too savage, and Philip berated the merchant for bringing him such a useless beast. Watching the whole affair, Alexander scowled and commented, "What a horse they are losing for one of skill and spirit to manage." When he had said this several times, Philip had finally had enough and challenged him to take on the horse. He called the merchant back, secretly hoping his son would have a nasty fall and learn a bitter lesson. But Alexander was the one to teach the lesson. Not only did he mount Bucephalus, he managed to ride him to Fort Gallup, taming the horse that would later carry him all the way to India. The courtiers applauded wildly, but Philip seethed inside, not seeing a son but a rival to his power.
Turn. Good boy.
Alexander's defiance of his father.
Good boy. Good rear end awareness. They fall off the table.
And Philip drew his sword as if to strike his son.
Wait, my thing is
He
crooked.
drank too much wine, however, the king stopped. Alexander pointed at his father and cheered. "By the Macedonians, see there, the man who is preparing to pass from Europe to Asia. He cannot pass from one table to another without falling." When Alexander was 18, a disgruntled courtier murdered Philip. His horde of regicides spread through Greece. City after city rose up in rebellion against their Macedonian rulers. Philip's advisors counseled Alexander, who now became to proceed cautiously, to do as Philip had done and conquer through cunning. But Alexander would do things his way. He marched to the furthest reaches of the kingdom, suppressed the rebellious towns, and reunited the empire with brutal efficiency. As a young rebel grows older, his struggle against his father often wanes, and he gradually comes to resemble the very man he had wanted to defy. But Alexander's loathing of his father did not end with Philip's death. Once he had consolidated Greece, he set his eyes on Persia.
Big as this boy is, he's still a baby. He's just one.
Who obtained conquering
He
Asia.
still has some babies and
If he
babies.
defeated the Persians, Alexander could finally surpass Philip in glory and fame. Alexander closed into Asia with an army of 35,000 to face a Persian force numbering over 1 million. Before engaging the Persians in battle, he passed through the town. Here, in the town's main temple, there stood an ancient chariot tied with cords made of the rind of the cornel tree. Legend had it that any man who could undo these cords, the Gordian knot, would win. Then he tried to untie the enormous and intricate knot, but none had succeeded. Alexander, seeing he could possibly untie the knot with his bare hands, took out his sword and in one slash cut it in half. This symbolic gesture showed the ruler that he would not do as others, blaze his own path. Against astounding odds, Alexander conquered the Persians. Most expected him to stop there. It was a great triumph, enough to secure his fame for eternity. But Alexander had the same relationship to his own deeds as he had to his father. His conquest of Persia represented the past, and he wanted never to rest in the past. Many soldiers were coming from going farther. Interpretation. Alexander represents an extremely uncommon type of history. The son of a famous and successful man manages to surpass the father in glory and power.
Stay.
The reason this type is uncommon is the father most often manages to amass his fortune, his kingdom, because he begins with little or nothing. A desperate courage impels him to succeed. He has nothing to lose by cunning and impetuousness, and has no famous father who is able to compete against.
Your hair. It's
This
like
kind of man has reason to
it's
believe in himself, to believe that his way of doing things is the best, because after all, it worked for him. When a man like this has a son, he becomes domineering and oppressive, imposing his lessons past. Only after the father figure has been properly done away with will you have the necessary space to create and establish a new order. There are several strategies you can adopt to accomplish this.
I kept missing you on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Disguise the violence that
Shall we keep trying or shall we just wait for it?
Up to you. This is not bred intentionally, but this is my lines. I was keeping. I have a family who owns 2 of my poodles. One that's theirs outright that I wasn't going to breed, and they co-own one of my studs with me.
Right?
And I was watching them. This was not their fault.
Oh.
I
Let it happen.
accidentally, yeah. And so this is that litter. So they're not badly bred. They're nicely bred. It was unintentional. And we thought really hard about aborting the litter. She thought she was going to have a turn with me, and she took off, didn't she? And we thought really hard about aborting the litter because it wasn't a planned litter, right? And I was in a kind of a transitional mode. And I didn't ask their permission. Again, the female was theirs. I mean, it's my dog that I bred that they bought from me, but their dog, not a meant to be bred dog. And so we went back and forth, and they left it up to my decision. And I was like, you know, if it was going to be a badly bred dog litter, I would abort it. But both of these dogs are really nice dogs. This isn't. They all have health testing behind them. This isn't going to be a bad litter. Even though I know they're animals and not humans, it really just still hurts my soul to do an abort. So we didn't. We went ahead and had it, and he's one of the products. This whole litter, but they're still beautiful because they're from my lines, and they're perfect.
Gorgeous. Black backs, straight legs.
Perfect, and not too straight, and nice chest, good tail.
Gorgeous color.
He actually favors his grandpa, which is through his mom, Titan, and he has a very masculine face, which is actually a fault in poodles. We want that narrow, but everybody loves the look. That's what I tell people that buy Titan's lines. I'm like, I'm just going to let you know if you go to a show, he has a little bit too square of a face. But I'm just saying that I love the way it looks. Yes, so they want him to be a little bit more refined. But everything else is good on him. He's only one, so his chest is going to come out more. And hopefully he'll angle out a little bit more here. But he is beautiful. He is. And he is. He looks just like his grandpa Titan. So.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I'm sorry that I missed you. I don't come in if I didn't have an appointment. That was probably Wednesday because I didn't come in Wednesday.
And you know what? And I just had, literally it was like somebody was saying, I'm gonna come to your house on. Okay. And it was like,
I'm so sorry.
So you know what? There is no anything. It's just both of our schedules were just exactly like just off.
But tell me,
I think we just have one more. You're okay.
are we on the books right now?
I think we are for like.
And we're needing to have a nail trim?
Yeah. You got all the one front foot. But they weren't
Well, I'm
bad.
clicking in so we can finish that.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you know what? But they weren't bad, especially in the front.
Yeah, they weren't
So
bad.
let's just wait.
okay.
You're
Because
busy.
we're getting good on it, and if we get to our next appointment out, I know she's like, please, it's not my turn.
I know she's.
Wait. I just want to give her a pet. Okay. I know you knew I was petting another dog. Okay, I'm gonna have to lift you up, you big honking poodle. You're not a little poodle. No, you're not. You're gonna have to wait there just a minute. Actually, actually let me get the shampoo on you. And then wait. I'm gonna use all my time saving tricks right now. River. Don't you bark. Don't you bark. Don't you think about barking. Don't you think about barking. No, don't you bark. Don't you bark. Get you good and shampooed. Let that sit on you just a minute while I vacuum. Whoa! Did you not expect that to come? It's always going to be water. Yes, it is. Oh, good. Oh, good. Good boy. What a good boy. Turn. Turn. Back up. You just need a little more shampoo. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's just a bath. It's just a bath. Yes, it is. And actually, I'm going to put shampoo, conditioner on you. River. Don't be thinking about it, River. Don't be thinking about it, River. You're such a good boy, River. Are you stressing too? Are you stressing too, River? Like a big baby River. Let's go other side. Come on. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Never pulled them by their collar, ever, by not above it. It's a big handful of skin. No. Oh, gotta love the shakeout with. 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 Were you talking to me? Are you? What are you telling me? You're telling me that you don't like this part. I know. It's okay. It's okay. You're going to be beautiful. See? You do not need to be scaled. Good boy. He's so handsome. Yes, you are. You're so handsome. I was just going to give you some enzyme. You don't need any scaling. I'm gonna let you sit in that for just a second while I get. I hear you telling me. Okay, let's get you rinsed off. He's so handsome. You're so handsome. Oh, don't be so pinky. Don't be so pinky. Don't be so pinky. You're a little baby. You're a little baby. Come on. What is it? Did I cut your tiny two shorts? Did I cut your tiny two shorts? He doesn't have a loom. Did I skip a foot? Oh my goodness. But anytime I've got an apricot or a white dog, I just put this on their feet so that they don't rash. I mean, they might still rash because I get them pretty tight. But anywhere where I go tight, I just treat the skins like an aftershave to try to avoid any rashing that I can avoid. Okay. Let's see how long it takes this to dry. Are you such a good boy, River. River's such a good boy, boy, boy. Such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Yes, he is. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Yes, he is. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Yes, he is. River. Such a Okay, your ears are clean. So let's put. You think you need a treat after all that torture? Are you looking for a treat? Yeah, was that just the hardest thing you ever did? You want it? You don't like it? You don't like those treats, do you? I think get the better ones. Hold on. Here. Yes, okay. You think you go here just a little spoiled. Yeah, you wanted the better treats. Like that. That's funny. Yeah, we're going to put it in this. We are going to blow blast you dry. Because we are in a hurry now. This don't shake them out. Don't shake them out. Alright, big boy, come on. Oh, yeah. Football. Okay, good. Turn. Good ball. He's such a He's such a You gonna be able to keep your body on the table? Don't need to put a safety strap up just in case. Let's put a safety strap up just in case. See? No, she has kind of stained eyes. She's a smaller girl cream. She looks like a mini rainbow. But she's not a mini. She's just a small standard. I mean mini, like smaller rainbow. Okay, let's see if my husband. Are you ready, ready, ready? Are you ready, ready, ready? Are you? this. Remember, this is very low. Still has a whole lot of puppy to it. many times. And so on the bottom of his ears, even though we washed twice and conditioned and all that, we still had a bit of a little bit of an odor. When I'm blow drying, all those odors tell on themselves. So get a little odor exploder enzyme in the bottom of his ears, hopefully. Because I want you to smell so good and fresh after a poop. Ooh, stinky. Air dry, wet, washcloth ear smell. No. If you want to keep ear length, you have to brush out the ears. Because they dry so tightly curled. Even if I get it out today, I may not be able to get it out next time. And already he's losing all the back of his head. So he'll have a little bit more of an Irish cap and a rounded poodle top knot. Ooh, good boy. Good boy. Ugh, your hair is so thick. Good boy. Okay. And this is only a 1-year-old coat. And you get to be 2. You're going to be rocking the hairstyles. If your mommy wants one. She wants you to swim every day. You may stay short. Who knows, but you can hold it. You can hold the shape. Like, you're such a good boy. Get it and yes, you're such a good boy. Favorite, and we're tight on time, but we are going. Uh-oh, we found a spot. Come on. Boy River. That's too much. I'm gonna cut that out because you're very tolerant. No doggy torture. Let's cut this out instead. Very little doggy torture. So I can't say dry. Yeah, some would say brushing out the ears is a little bit torturous. Oops, sorry. Good boy. Let that ear rest for a minute. Good boy. This ear. He's such a good boy. Yes, he is. He's such a good boy. Yes, he is. Mm-hmm. She looks exactly like Wiggle, kind of, but she has Triumph more like face. Wiggle's tail is short, and I think Tellin has a fluffy tail.
Pull. Pull. Catch up your foot.
I missed one of your feet. I think I was talking to somebody. You gotta hurry. Face, tail, body. Good. Yes, that's okay. It's hot, man. It still feels hot in here, and I've got like 4 different things blowing on me. Just like coming in the environment. uh-uh. River. That's a good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Step back just a little bit so I can have enough room over here. I'm missing my favorite scissors. Oh, they're there. Okay.
love your kisses, but wait, I need your face to stay still. Oops, sorry, Mega. Is that what it is? Are they here? Okay. You only have the tail left. Bada-boo, bada-boo, bada-boo. Bada-boo, bada-boo, bada-boo. Turn. All we got left is your tail, big boy.
What? Are you know you do you know you're almost done? Do you know you're almost done? Can you tell when I'm on your tail that we're almost done? That's so beautiful. Who are you talking to? Hmm? I can't even believe I got done on time. Little goofy on the back of your head. Little goofy, because we had to take so much up from the mats. Come on. Be still. You're almost done. You're almost done. Just a couple of little nips. You're almost done. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. And let's let you get down so I can see all the pokey outs, which you normally don't even get a chance to do. Okay. Hop up. And he is all done. We're waiting for his mommy.